This is future me just jumping in at the start of this video to announce an event for you, and I thought it was a convenient way to do it sat on the Ford 5000. There's going to be a tractor dyno day at Parkland's farm where tractors of all makes, models, sizes, colours, horsepower are going to be on the dyno on the day. It's not just going to be that, there's going to be other static exhibits. The young farmers are going to be there with a tug of war and field fencing competition, and there'll be refreshments available too. So if that sounds like a day you'd like to be at, then check out the details following this clip. It's all in aid of the Rabbi Farming Charity, a great charity that supports the agricultural sector. If you do want to bring a tractor down on the day, there's a £20 entry fee. Please contact Chris, the organiser, otherwise it's free to get in. Look forward to seeing you there. What's up guys, welcome back to FarmStrong. For those of you who don't know, my name's Jack and thanks for joining me for another week on the channel. It's a pretty fresh morning today. Definitely noticing the weather getting a bit chillier, although we have got some pretty blue skies. Had a fairly steady start to the day so far, just been hiding in the office, crunching a few numbers on some bits and bobs. But just jumped in a fork truck. We've actually got some fencing materials that have been delivered. We've got some supplies for some post and rail fencing here that got dropped off last week. They've been sat outside since they were dropped off, so I'm going to just get them popped in the dry here, as the fencing's probably not going to get put up till post Christmas now. But effectively we're just fencing off this bit of grass along here by the road up until our farm gate. So just something we wanted to get done. So yeah, that'll get completed in the new year. Going to give the fork truck some love this morning. Got the pressure washer out, give it a Christmas clean. Also going to get the cab just properly blown out, so that's all nice in there. We tend to keep this pretty nice anyway, so it's good to keep up with it, spend so much time in it. So yeah, we'll crack on. I just had a thought that while I'm here with the airline, I'll give the radiator a little bit of a blowout. But before I do that, there's actually a little button on this Kramer that reverses the fan. So that'll blow out a little bit of dust. We'll give her a go. So you can probably just hear that. So pressing that button just reverses the fan and helps blow any dust out. Pretty useful feature really when you're working in grain stores and hay sheds. It's not looking too bad in there at all, to be honest, but while we're here we'll give it a good blow. Just going to pluck the air filter out, taking the cover off already. And we'll just give that a little bit of a blow down too. Not too bad, but yeah, hay gets everywhere. Got it looking pretty clean now. Not an amazing job, but all the main dust and dirt off. And then the last little job to do on this is I'm just going to get the grease topped up. This has got an auto greaser, so luckily I haven't got loads of grease nipples to go around. Just got to pump some grease in this main chamber and the truck does the rest. So just to do it, I use this slightly different grease cartridge and then just shove a tube in with a bit of muscle. Et voila. Just sold the last 180 bales, so tidying up the remnants of the shed. All the loose hay we're just gonna put into this dump trailer and then we can burn that when we get a chance. There's a surprising amount of dust that lives in this. Dad just tamping that down in the trailer so we get it all in. Doesn't look too bad a day, but it is raining. Last main bit getting picked up there. And I'm just sweeping up this corner. Dad's just drawn that out with the forklift and we're going to back it in there in front of the straw, so that's out of the way and dry until we can get rid of it. I think the plan's now going to be for Dad to get the tyres on the fork truck and then we're going to pick up all this smaller gear and get it into the short section of the lean-to. So all these bale clamps, presses, pigtail, we'll pick with the forklift. I'm walking back to the hay shed to get my jacket, as it's actually pretty cold out in the wind. Sun's properly disappeared now. Farm way to move a cultivator when you haven't got a tractor spare. Gonna grab this chopper out the Dutch barn now, which doesn't actually fit through the door, so requires a neat bit of forklift driving. Handily, there's lifting points on the top of this. So I just have to come out the door off centre. Just had to put the phone down. It's a bit of fun trying to twist that out the door, but got there in the end. Paul just coming to grab another load of grass seed to bag that up at the other farm. I couldn't imagine having a forklift without a rear hitch now. Obviously comes in so handy for shuffling things. Bit of off-roading, pick these presses up. Not the easiest to get the forks level, to be fair. Just having a look at these bale clamps, and I think, to be fair, next winter we could do with getting at least a couple of them in the workshop and getting a fresh lick of paint on them. But they do tend to sit outside most of the year. It's not every year that they do get put away, but yeah, they're pretty old bits of gear, I think, to be fair, all home built on the farm, as I'm aware. And I'm not sure how many people sort of use these things now. We use them as, we put 6 flat 8s in a stack in the field and then transport them from the field to the shed on the back of a tractor. Just chuck a metal bar across the tines with these so that we can pick them up on the forks. It's getting pretty dark now. It is Wednesday morning. You'll see it's pretty misty and it's bloody cold. -1 it said in the car. Not sure why I haven't got a woolly hat on, but yeah, just moved. Paul's just brought the 8-8 down and moved that plough out of the way. So just a few trailers left there that are going to live outside. Moved them down yesterday from behind our Dutch barn. The rest of the kit is now being moved into the hay shed from where the hay's been moved. Dad had the big tractor out yesterday and it's got that moved. So we'll go and have a look at all that kit in the shed now. Paul's just picked the plough up with the 8-8. So we'll tuck that in the dry with the rest of the gear. So Dad bought the press and the carrier in, just put the plough in, and then all this other stuff moved in with the forklift with Dad, the bale clamps, presses, and then got all the various forklift attachments, flat 8s, grain pusher, etc, all in here out the dry as well. So pretty good job done that. It just gets all this stuff out the weather and out our way while we've got the space. So happy days. Paul just taken another full load of grass seed up to the other farm to get bagged up. Just jumped in the forklift, hooked up a flat trailer behind me. I'm running up to the other farmyard to pick up some poacher blocks, gateway blockers. So a chap came on a lorry. Well, he didn't actually get to us till 4:30 last night, so I had to unload him in the dark, which wasn't the easiest thing, but got it done. But yeah, we had a lorry load of blocks come in that we're having some, and some other people are taking some away as well. So we've got 5 blocks, 5 of the gateway blockers and 5 small concrete blocks just to pick up and bring back here. Didn't manage to find my woolly hat, which I'm a bit disappointed out, but did find my gloves. So we'll roll with that, but it is bloody chilly this morning. We'll crack on up the road. Just got to pick this front box off the trailer before we load up the blocks. So here are all the blocks that got delivered last night, all the gateway blockers. So these are the, well, that one actually there is a UTV, ATV friendly one. So you can get a quad bike or a gator, such like, over it as well. Otherwise they stop 4x4 access, but allow you to get your tractors and your sprayers through. So unfortunately, a necessity nowadays, as unauthorised access into fields from various people is quite frustrating. So we're going to get these picked. I've got five of these to go to the farm, and we'll stick them on the flatbed there. Last 2 to pluck for the rear of the trailer now. It is a lovely morning now. Now the mist lift. A lovely fresh morning. Just got these little blocks now, which we're going to lift on with the little lifting sling strap. Just picking the last block to go on now. All loaded up, spot on. Take a steady trip back to the yard at home. Fairly heavy load with five big blocks and 5 small blocks. Got the trailer backed in the shed now. I'm not sure if we'll actually get round putting any of these out in gateways, etc. prior to Christmas, or it's just a job we'll leave to after Christmas. Got a lorry inbound shortly that's coming to pick up a load of our spring beans. Dad loaded one lorry yesterday afternoon, and then expecting a second lorry sometime today to come and pick up what's left. So I'll just go show you the beans. So these are spring beans, varieties Lynx, and they're seed for seed, they're seed crop. So we attract a slight premium for growing these, which makes it a bit more worthwhile. Didn't yield particularly well this year, obviously due to the very dry weather, but we did have a bumper crop last year where we did about 6.8 tonne to the hectare. I think we were in the threes somewhere this year, so not as many in the shed, but yeah, good to get them loaded out and gone. For anyone that's not familiar with them, and take a close look there. It's hard to get them in some light, but I think they sort of call these fava beans if you were going to buy them in a shop. So yeah, I've loaded both the bean lorries now. I've found my woolly hat, so just leaves us to hoover out the back of the shed here, make sure there isn't any food for any vermin, and then I'm going to pull the Sumo Quattro in. Paul's already pulled the digger in. So yeah, got the digger just at the front of the shed there. Left the front of the digger there with the tree shear on the concrete, as I think that can drop a little bit of oil. So that stays off the floor. And got the Quattro out ready to back in. We'll unhook that and then I'll just draw the sprayer in. So that's in the shed out the cold. Going to drop 3-point linkage off and then we'll be home. I've just learnt my first lesson in YouTube farming, and it's don't leave your phone tripod on the tracker for class and forget it's there and drive off, because I think it's now in about 6 bits. I even put it there and thought, must remember I put that there. So yeah, own fault. Amazon will be my saviour. There we are. And last thing for the day, just gonna tuck the spray away. Feels like it's been lots of ferrying different things around the yard today. I'm sure it looks like it. And if it interests anyone, this is what the inside of a Challenger Rogator looks like. It is Friday, made it to the end of the week. Sorry, not really any content from the last couple of days, as nothing too interesting for you guys to see, but you will see a nice clean empty yard behind me. So just tucked a few more bits away so that can all sit in the sheds and look smart over Christmas. Won't be any more videos for this year now. Obviously Christmas and New Year I'll be drinking and eating and sitting on the sofa. Won't be around the farm too much. So if you've been a regular viewer, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all the content. Happy Christmas and wish you a happy new year, and I'll catch you for more videos in the new year. Take it easy. See you soon.